is your house.
Welcome to a highly requested room tour. On the initial move-in, I knew that I had to use some of the furnishings and, well, most of the furnishings that I already had, and I knew that they would fit in this room. The interesting thing is that the color was already here. It was only a few shades darker than what I had initially wanted. Don't forget your frosty cocktail. So let's start over here. This is a demi-lude half circle table, and it just stands on two legs, and the top of it is mirrored. This is a picture of my grandmother, my grandfather, and her cousin and her husband. These are the colors that I wanted to use throughout the space because I've always had a neutral color palette in the past, and I wanted to just bring in splashes of color. And this beautiful piece of wood came out the Tennessee River, and I bought it in an antique place. You'll find that my house has a lot of vintage pieces, and I'll just point those out to you quickly. So moving right along, here's a little plate we got when we went to Paris last year. It's black and gold and has the Eiffel Tower and a few other things. Here's our famous no-sew window treatment. Just something temporary till I decide exactly what I want. And over here, I just want to briefly show you that this is the color that I originally wanted for the room, but it wasn't too far off from the color that's actually in here now. So you can actually see not too far off. So I decided to just go with it. And over here I have these really cool funky pillows. I picked these up at Burlington Coat Factory for just $16.99. Aren't they cool? Chic. They fit my personality really, really well. Here I have a pair of Chinese gestures, and I got those in a little antique mall. And I have a coaster of Marilyn Monroe and a famous gospel singer. I can't remember her name right now. So, moving right along, I have this big, large vase that I purchased at another antique shop down in Chapel Hill, North Carolina, and it came home on the back seat of my husband's car. He wasn't too happy about that, but you know, hey, girl's got to do what she's got to do. These are flower balls that I made out of some chrysanthemums, and I just kind of stuck them in here. I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do with this big pretty vase yet. So we'll come over here, and we have our big large selfie mirror that you see us. Hi! And moving right along, because I'm a neoclassic lover, I wanted to add some of that influence in the home. So I have this lady's statue. It looks really, really expensive and heavy, but yet this cost me $24.99 at one of my local antique malls. I love walking through those malls, and this column is just a piece that I've had for a while. I just love it. It gives me the feeling that I really have this fabulous space to live in. And here's our no-sew kind of remake of the lampshade with the vintage lamp. And this right here, we could just bask in. Now let me let you in on a little secret. This is actually a coat that I found at a yard sale for $25. It's real, and it just fits perfectly. I want to do something special today. I want to give you a Celeste Alexander Spaces candle. I actually use them in my home. This one is called Parisian Nights, and I want to give this to someone who subscribes. If you just send me a message down below, I'll send you one of these candles. We're going to select you. I don't know how, but we'll select someone to send out a beautiful candle. And it actually comes in its own box with my seal. It smells lovely. So this will be our very first giveaway. Here on the table you can see that I have a few coffee table books, neoclassic design. Also one of a designer that I met whenever I go to a book signing, I buy the book. They sign the book with Decorating Sista. And I love neoclassic style. I have more coasters with Billie Holiday on them. These were made by a local artist. And also I have this book, Feeling the Spirit. I actually know this is my girlfriend's father, who he is a famous photographer. And so I have this book. Now this beautiful, beautiful vintage table. Lo and behold, I found it in a Goodwill for $45. Can you believe that? I just love the finish. It's solid, it's heavy, it's a nice size, it fits the space. I have this shag rug here on the floor just to give some more texture to the room, because we did replace the carpet not too long ago, but I still needed to layer the room, and we'll talk about layering at a later date. This piece of art here on the wall, I actually won this at a show. It was for children with cancer, and I actually sat and watched the artist paint it as the event went on for that evening. And so I outbid someone. I won it on a auction, and I just love it. If you can see, it's a face of a woman or a man. It's kind of nondescript, but it's so abstract you have to look in, and it's signed. So over here I have some more pieces I found from at home. So very neoclassic statues and another lamp. So I had two of them. And this table down below, I've had this table for a while. It came from a designer showroom. So of course I cannot get rid of it. If you come around here, come around the umbrella. This chair, if you could get the side view of this chair for me. This chair I found on Craigslist, and it was only $100, but when I reupholster it, it's going to be fabulous. If you can pan in on my sofa, I have a Duncan Fife sofa that I also got on Craigslist for $500. This is a true design period piece. It was already reupholstered in a neutral fabric that I loved, and it has gold feet and little gold accents. It fits me just fine. It's kind of a neoclassic piece, and so that's my first room. Stay with us for the next one, and I'll show you how to get the no-sew drapes and the lamps for a good price, a good deal. This is Decorating Sista, being seriously whimsical.